It's just before sunrise at South Station in Boston, and already a reminder of the threat of terrorism.
Good luck, thank you.
Armed Homeland Security police officers are here making an unannounced inspection. They're part of a TSA Viper team, which stands for Visual Intermodal Prevention and Response, working with Amtrak police and their bomb-sniffing dogs, looking for suspicious behavior, explosives, each one carrying a radiation detector.
How likely is it that there will be a terrorist attack here in the United States on a train?
We have to expect it. You know, that's the bottom line.
Sean Burke is head of the Center for Resilience Studies at Northeastern and a former Homeland Security official. Train attacks are happening overseas, and he says there's nothing in place to guarantee it won't happen here.
Passenger rail systems designed to be open, specifically put in densely populated areas. A system that is vulnerable really, from the beginning of its trip to the end of its trip.
There's proof of that vulnerability right here at South Station. Open access everywhere. No bag checks for these passengers, and they won't have to present an ID, just a ticket before they board. The entire Amtrak system encompasses more than 21,000 miles of unprotected tracks, and the rail line between Boston and Washington, D.C., the Northeast Corridor, carries the majority of Amtrak's passengers.
If a terrorist were trying to disrupt and quote, terrorize, that would be a prime target of those individuals.
Congressman Stephen Lynch has studied many of the terrorist attacks on trains since 9/11.
Because when you see there are rail attacks in France or Russia or Japan or Spain or Britain, that should be a message to us.
It's estimated 5 times as many people ride the rail system as fly in airplanes every year nationwide. And experts say if you tried to install the same type of airport-style security and screening in train stations, it would bring the entire rail system to a screeching halt. But in the meantime, solutions may not be easy.
We need our security officials to be frank. Department of Homeland Security, our first responders, they're not always going to be able to keep us safe.
Like on the train in France this summer, when it took the courageous acts of 3 American passengers to subdue an armed terrorist.
They are the first line of defense. It's everyday citizens who are inevitably going to be the first responders.
Amtrak Police says it partners with dozens of law enforcement agencies and even employs 2 of their own intelligence analysts. And now Congressman Lynch tells us he's planning to host a rail security summit in Boston early next year. Karen Anderson, 5 Investigates.